Here, checking back in with you. Of course, being inspired by Jimi Hendrix. Grab your wah-wah. And let's go. That's what we're going to talk about today. In this portion, we're going to really create some nice textures using it, and we're going to play out of some really simple shapes. I'm just going to play the pentatonic scale so you can see what I'm going to initially start off with. The first thing that we're going to do is work pentatonic in this position. And we're going to incorporate a little bit of the second position. So what I want to do is I want to try this. Get this initial effect. Now, how I'm achieving this with the wah-wah is I'm pivoting it very, very quickly with my foot. And the lick itself is just this. But the texture that's created, get the high string in there. So let's look at some colorful ways we can address those scales. I kind of like to voice chord shapes. These nice, really simple ways that we can get some colorful sounds going back to that shape. Now, it's going to work in any kind of context, major or minor, for this portion, if you're wondering. And we have the use of that wah-wah. So I love these kind of licks. Check this out. What I'm doing here is I'm going to incorporate a little bit of the blues scale. Just that portion of it. And look at how we're just going to descend straight down. With that, I can take some of this form of the pentatonic. And of course, this is we talked about that scale at the beginning of the video, so I'm just going to dig in. If we're here, I've got that kind of. All of those are great ways to pass through when we apply the effect of the wah-wah. I have this one. The above, when you put it in there, now I'm just kind of tapping it to the beat. One thing that is a really nice texture and sound is when we incorporate the wah-wah, but we're going to do it in a bit of a different way. When I go like this, which is a really good bend to know how to do, and I'm bending up with my third finger on A, and my pinky's going to land on D. But when I hit the D, I'm going to engage the wah-wah. I don't engage the wah-wah until that note happens. So let's listen to that really quick. Did you catch that? It's pretty cool what happens there. You hear that a lot. I'm going to turn all my toys off. I'm going to try it one more time. So I'm hitting that overdrive just right now. You know, you could be leaving it on all the time, but when I hit that note, I'm going to hit the wah. Listen to that. We've all all heard that before. So it's a real good manipulation of the sound because it's our intention. So as I hit this note and I'm going to engage the wah-wah, listen how I'm going to filter back with the wah-wah pedal and some of the overtones that might be created when we do that at the same time. So that's just a slow filtering of the wah-wah. Now, if I add a little bit more of the overdrive to that, it's going to change the effect. A big part of the sound, right? A big part of the sound is making sure that we can get the peak of that note and the wah-wah placed all the way down to hear that texture. And that's very, very important. Let's get back into the licks for a second. We're going to do this lick here. Anything that resembles anything like that is going to be really good brain food for you. So we have... Remember, we're talking about a little bit of flash, but we're talking about a really nice sense of blues phrasing where we don't necessarily keep our communication going. We break it up a little bit. And when you do that, some of these things sound way more intricate than they actually are if they're placed in the right spot. So we did a lick that was like this, where we were... And right there, we embellished it a little bit. I had my pinky laying flat, so I get the high E string too. That sounds awesome when you do the exact same thing, and it's lower octave, of course. It's going to be the 2nd fret and the 3rd fret, so it'll give me this. So that sound right there basically is right as the wah-wah is going down, I'm hammering. You've seen me do this before, and this is a bit of a tremolo technique, and with the wah-wah it sounds like this. Kind of hit or miss with that one. You never know what's going to happen, but it's cool. And you just kind of go for it. So what I'm doing is I'm tremolo picking with the right hand. I'm doing this initial bend. Starting to see a little bit of a theme there for the sound. And I'm tremoloing back and forth. Now, I bail the pick and I put the pick here. That's easier for me. That's from, you know, my old school 80s rock days, fret tapping. So I put it here, and now what I've got with this tremolo effect is I'm using my first finger. And I'm really lightly grazing over the strings. Now, people ask me all the time, well, what made you think of that? And honestly, if you can tie in heavy metal and blues all in one thing, that's where it came from. But it's from doing those kind of techniques, and it's a softer sound. I can plane over the strings a little bit easier. Turn it up. And I can do a lot of muting and hit one note. I hope you like this. Really what we're doing is we're saying that the wah-wah can change things. We can bring our volume down. We want to work with the band. And all the while we can develop some colorful tones from some of our favorite guitar players. In this case, we're talking about being stylish like Mr. Jimi Hendrix. So everybody, take these and may it serve you well. I really, really appreciate you checking it out. Spend some time with this. Get lost in it. Play along to some of those great tracks. There's some great blues tracks and all kinds of things that you can use in any key, I should say, for you to use and be able to apply all of this information. I'll see you next time, and thank you so much.